Hello, crypto world. Today is Thursday, the 7th of November. My name is Doug, and I am one of the digital currency traders from intro-to-cryptos.ca. In this episode, we're going to start a three-part series about money. I'll talk to you about your cryptocurrency trading, and we'll deep dive into the price charts of two low market cap cryptocurrencies that no portfolio should be without. Finally, we'll finish with an overview of what we expect for altcoin prices for the rest of November. If you want all of that in under 10 minutes, this episode is for you. Before we get going, I invite you to pause the video and read through the disclaimer because it isn't trading advice, just market observation. Now, let's jump into the money section. First of all, the most important part of this stream is to talk about money. Yesterday, we shared two powerful books that really helped me personally, and I want to recommend them again today. We'll come back to them in a future episode. The first book is Money is My Friend by Phil Laout. The second book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and I recommend that you order them both from Amazon. Now today we're going to talk about the three categories of people and their money. Tomorrow we'll talk about, does money solve money problems? And on day 3, we'll open up the data and we'll see how many people actually retire financially independent. And we'll explore what Brian Tracy says about those numbers. The greatest part is that on day 4, we're going to close with a solution to these problems. I'm going to share with you a practical plan to become a millionaire. Now, let's jump into the three categories of people and their money. Bob Proctor points out the following simple truth. People fall into three categories when it comes to money. The first category is their monthly budget is slightly negative. They're spending a little bit more money every month than they're earning, maybe only paying the interest payments on their credit card. The second group of people, their monthly budget matches their income, but at the end of the month, they have no money left. They're waiting for payday. Then we have the third group of people. Their monthly living cost is slightly less than their revenue, and they put away a little bit of regular savings. Now, if you were to guess, what would you say are the percentages of the population that fit into each of those categories? I'd like you to leave your answer in the comments below, and if you leave a comment below, you are automatically entered in our weekly draw for a 1-month access pass to the Bull Market Watch spreadsheet. You may ask, what is that? I invite you to, if you are new to cryptocurrencies, I have some important free resources that can help you. You may have heard that 80% of people who try trading end up losing money. Well, when I first started trading, I lost all my money 3 times in 3 different years of learning how to trade. It took me years to get back into trading again. And you don't have to learn all those same lessons by losing all of your own money. You can take some of my free training and avoid some of the biggest mistakes that I made. So I invite you to head over to the website, scroll all the way down to the bottom if you're new with cryptocurrency trading, and get the free webinar with the complete trading system. It is an ideal starting point for those who are just new to technical analysis. Now let's jump into the deep dive. In the deep dive today, I'm going to start off by giving you an inside peek of our Pro Alerts package. Let's go into the Binance markets right now. This is data pulled live from our spreadsheets. And you can see here that we have 40 entries now that are on alert status. And I want to sort through them. So let me bring it up by market cap. And let's take a look at the price chart for DLT, POA, SNM, and VIBE. And we're shopping for good opportunities. So when I bring up the price chart for DLT, I want to bring it back into a longer term time frame so that I can see that back in December when we had a bit of a bull market run in the altcoins, DLT made some fantastic gains. So if we take a look at this from the entry price to the top price, this made a 300% gain. In our own trading signals, we had an entry price at the breakout point here, and we didn't get out until the crossover over here. So we made 150% gains on that. And so if prices were to do the same thing again from where we are now, we would be making the potential for 800% gains from these levels right now. Insane. And since it did this big run up in December, it is more favorable to me. I want to pay attention to that. The next coin that was on our list was POA. And while it is in a bottom formation and it could be taking off and who knows how high it'll go, back in December, it really didn't do that much. And so it's not on my favorite lists right now. I'm really shopping for something that proved a big move in the time in the past. So let's go take a look at S&M. And it's kind of similar to POA, where it's just not as dramatic as a move as we saw in DLT. Here, this was up 58%, which is pretty amazing, actually. I shouldn't be poo-hooing it. And this may be a 500% gain from these levels, but I really am just shopping right now for something that made a bigger move here in this period of time from December, January, February, March, before everything topped out in the end of March, the beginning of April. So let's go to VIBE coin, which was one of the others. And we can see this made some big, amazing moves. So it will just take this move here. This was up 128%. This one was 250%. And so if we were to, from this bottom formation, come up to those levels again, we're looking at 400 to 500% gains. So there are some amazing opportunities setting up right now in our Binance Pro Alerts package, and we can see how easy it is to sort and start to select out the coins that are going to be best in November. So I'm pretty excited about these coins, and I want to now finish up with an overview of the long-term outlook for altcoins throughout November and December. The first thing we look at is the Bitcoin dominance, and we can see that it has pulled back. The more this pulls back, this is the indicator that the alts are rising against the price of Bitcoin. And so if Bitcoin dominance continues to drop down from these levels, we can expect that all of our alts are going to continue to break out of those bottom formations, and they will be going higher. If, on the other hand, Bitcoin dominance gets back up above these levels, it's important to know that the top formations in the altcoins are going to be really important to pay attention to. Now, while Bitcoin dominance is going to give us the overall trend of the market and let us know that the market is changing, it doesn't tell us specifically which coins we should be looking at. That's where the Patreon Bull Market Watch comes into play. We break it down so that we can see which are the coins that are turning into bullish stance, and we can definitely see that the bearishness has eased off from our peak on the 27th of October, and the bearishness has gone quite down. The neutral coins have really gone up, and now our bullish coins, the holds and the alert coins, are on the rise. So right now we are sitting with 31 hold coins on Binance and 30 alert coins. Tomorrow and the next day, we'll see how this unfolds. If our 90 neutral coins start to move their way into alert status, we know more bull market is coming and Bitcoin dominance will be dropping. So knowing which other coins switching over is going to be the advantage that is going to make the difference in profits in November and December. So thank you very much for tuning in for this episode. Tomorrow, we're going to review what we did today about the 3 categories of people and their money. We'll talk about your comments in the description down below. And then we're going to go over the next part, which is, does money solve money problems? That's what we'll tune in for tomorrow's episode. Thanks again for tuning in. I will see you then and wish you all the best in your cryptocurrency trading. Cheers.